button is the temperature, where you can see all the 5 sealers: bottom seal, zipper, side seal, 1, 2, 3. Its set point and its actual value. Set point, actual value. So this is just for observation. When you want to start the machine, you can take a look at what are the temperatures together. Individually, if you want to go, you can go to that individual sealer and see what is the set point and set. But if you want to see it together, you can do that.
Generally speaking, on the film that we have ran so far, is there much of an adjustment that
Only when you are running the CRC zipper,
Right.
that time your temperature are a little bit higher in zipper area and in the crush area. Otherwise, all films I ran with same temperatures.
Okay. So all the recipes have the same settings? Almost the same,
Yeah.
right? Do we ever have to adjust the seal time?
No.
It's
If you ever had to, for example, that is, suppose we have set this bag at 90, right?
Yep.
So now the seal time here, it is as 200. So you still have 33 millisecond more.
Got it.
So for 90 you can go more.
I see. Yeah.
And then again, as I explained you, yes, that day, if you still need more, maybe this, if you are trying to run with CRC,
Yeah.
right? And obviously we that day we ran at 65, right? And now when I put it 65, I have seal time of 360.
Yeah.
So that is more than enough even for CRC.
Okay. Is there generally from these sorts of pouches, if it's already set up in the menu, great.
Yeah.
And if we're just going to be adjusting
The speeds,
run speed, that's mainly the variable that will change, right?
Yeah.
We'll start like at 50, 60 when we do the changeover, get it running, increase the speed, make sure it's running. But the seal array time, we should never really have to adjust that, right?
Usually you do not, but
Only if we're doing the CR, right?
in CR or tomorrow, that's what I wanted to make sure that I just checked with my other customer and they mentioned July somewhere. Yeah, I'll be here in the area.
Okay.
So if during that time I'm in the area, if possible for you, keep one roll separate, which is completely new.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because right now, initially when we started setting up the recipes, I showed it to you, but by the time you didn't knew much or knew nor Alex.
Yeah.
Now you know more. So now telling you how to set up the new recipe will be much more, will make more understandable.
Yeah.
Rather than, so if possible, keep one roll so we can do a setup. So that time I can show you what to set up, what to not.
I'll have other rolls on stock
Okay.
probably by then. So yeah, I'll have a clean roll for us when you come back.
Okay. One would be good, two would be great.
Yeah, I'll make
Right?
sure.
Yeah.
My plan is that I'll have stock. So
Okay, so
We'll be
that
good.
way we can schedule the dates too. So speed, right? Anytime you are stuck on any screen, you want to go on main screen, you just click Mamata. So you come to the main screen.
okay.
Now here, this motor button is where you will go to. These are the all motors on the machine.
Okay.
These are all servo motors. These are all stepper motors.
Got it.
Right? For example, right now if I want to jog any one particular servo, so I'm gonna jog the knife. How to do it? Reset. Why do we need jogging? Because sometime if you are running and if you hear something, oh, it's not mechanical head, and you want to jog it slowly and see where it is hitting.
Okay.
So let's take an example. First, put the machine in manual.
Yep.
So that when you're in manual means machine is not in a state of run. You are going either something individually or you are doing a test or checkups.
Got it.
So then you go to motor. Since this is servo, so I'll select knife.
Yep.
Okay. So when you come to any servo screen, it will show you its position. Right now, what position it is. Usually, if the machine is homed, the position is 0, or that is a 0 position. So since circle is 0 to 360, so that's why showing you 360.
Okay.
Whenever the assembly is moving and wherever it makes the contact and you have that bind, either this or when you're making the cut, when it is hitting another knife, you have some torque. Because of that, some torque is generated. So you'll see that torque when it is moving.
Okay.
Right now, it's not moving at all, so there is no torque. Now, if I want to jog this servo, what first I'll do is power on it.
Okay.
As soon as I power it on, the machine is gonna beep, amber blue blip, blinking. So it's gonna amber blue blinking. That is gonna tell us that machine is not running, but you are jogging one particular servo or motor individually.
Got it.
Now, here it says move slow and reference.
Okay.
So since it's a knife, it just moves in one direction.
Sure.
You don't need to move in back direction. So move slow. And to move it, you hold the start button. So you can see the knife is rotating. You see the knife?
Oh yeah.
So now it's moving slowly.
Yep.
Now if I want to move it fast, release it, press it, and now you can see it's moving fast.
Okay.
Good. And you can see the position is changing.
Yeah, as it's rotating around. Yep.
Right? And then sometime what happens, suppose that tomorrow you are planning to remove this machine and shift it. Now to stop the beep, you turn it off. So you can disconnect all the cables and again reinstall. Sometimes they lose their reference.
Yeah.
So physically, the 0 point for this servo is you put the shaft 90 degree out like this, flat.
Okay.
So that is the 0 position. So like this
Yeah,
is
it's like
almost
Windows, yeah.
360. So you can press the reference button and re-zero it. For example, now if I want to re-zero it, first I'll make sure. Okay, for anytime you need to re-reference anything, it should be e-stopped.
Okay.
And then hold it once. Oh, sorry, you have to keep it power on one, and then one more. So
Okay.
now it's a 0 position. So that it will take it as a 0 position.
Got it.
So like this for all sealers you have it, and everything is in. It's either in the operational manual how to re-zero all of them.
So that's for the knife. I
Yeah.
I see that servo.
Right.
Show
And now
me-
you have all. Now rest of them are sealers. The vertical feed roll don't have a 0 position because they move on their current position that much.
Right.
So it doesn't matter where they are from that position, they'll move that much.
Where's the motor for this? Like these?
On backside. So I'll show you to what is the 0 position. Let's go.
Do you want me to tap it?
Yeah, just power it off. Power off. Yeah. Now, sealer, since from backside, if you see everything is same in sealer. So they are very easy to know what is the 0 position if you come in. You see this notch and this notch.
Yes.
When they are aligned, that's the 0
Oh,
position.
okay. Yes. I see.
So it's on top as well as on bottom.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can see it's on top as well as on bottom.
Got it.
So for all sealers, it's same thing,
Okay.
except
How do you?
sorry,
It's locked right now, but how do you rotate this?
you
one?
can move it with hand. I think e-stop is pressed. I
Yeah.
think we need to press e-stop. Okay, it's pressed. Right?
I'm sorry.
E-stop is pressed. Right? Yeah, it is pressed.
Okay.
But you can move it with hand. So you can move them with hand and they are little tight. And then you align them. Either you can hold the shaft or you can do this
I see. Okay.
like this.
Got it.
Ultrasonic is different. Okay. So in ultrasonic you see this gap. I'll send you a picture too.
Okay.
This gap it should be 6 to 7 millimeters.
Okay.
So that is the 0
That should be
position
the
for
same.
ultrasonic.
Got it.
Otherwise all sealers are same and rest you don't have to put any.
But this is the motor right here, right?
No, the motor is this.
Okay.
But that's the cam position. But the position is so since it does this, right?
Yep.
So this gap, if we keep that 6 mm, then only they make perfect contact.
Yeah.
If you put it wider, they
It
won't make
contact.
contact. So rest of the 0 position are just for this because even back there the feeder roll does not have a 0 position nor the vertical feed roll because they are roller. None of the roller have the 0 position because they move absolute.
Yeah.
So for example, randomly wherever they are setting machines, just tell him from this position move the pouch width.
Got it.
But for knife, since it because you need to make sure that the pouch comes out, so you need to make sure that the knife is clear.
Got it.
So that's why
Yeah.
they have this 0 position. Same for the
Yeah.
servos.
And that's why the way that this machine's set up, the arm's going to be 90 degrees.
Correct. So the knife is all clear out,
Yes.
and you have room for the pouch to come out.
I get it. Okay.
And same for the sealers, they need to be all the way out for them to be 0.
Okay.